Welcome, everyone, to Williams-Brice Stadium, home of the South Carolina Gamecocks. Always loud and passionate, these folks are ready to roar. And wow, do we have a fun one here ahead. A top 10 team walking into the snake pit of an environment just trying to get out alive. This will be fun. We'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 12th-ranked team, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. Alabama will kick it off to get us underway. Fielded in the end zone. It's Harbor. Tackled at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? And they'll give it to the back. They'll bring him down just short of the 20.
Great offenses are able to stay ahead of the chains, and runs like that on first down are exactly what I'm talking about. Now you have a lot that you can call here on this second down.
Second down after that previous play. They'll keep it on the ground with the draw play. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Boy, you'd love to see a few more yards here to give yourself a better chance on third down. Now, here early in this game, we get a big third down to see if this offensive line can keep the pressure off the quarterback.
And now the defense will call a timeout here to make an adjustment on their side before this crucial play. It's 3rd and 6, a challenging spot here on the opening drive. Back to pass. It's Sellers. Eludes the rush. He's moving out of the pocket. Has the force still on the move. And they finally make the stop, but that's a huge gain on the scramble. He found some space and just went for it.
Man, this quarterback can play the game. He can throw, and as we see here, he can run the football. The defense does everything that they need to with the pressure. They look like they're in good position to be able to come up with a nice play on him, but instead, he shows how he can slip out of the back door of this defense and pick up a nice gain.
A pop pass on the jet sweep. A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2.
You know, the good thing about this play is it's not an explosive play, but it really gives you a chance now to be able to pick up a first down here on this next play.
Second down after that run on the previous play.
Let's go.
They'll try the ground game here with the running back. They've got him at the 48, but that's a first down.
Look, I realize on any play call that is properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
The Gamecocks churn out another first down. They'll try to run it with the option. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
That's just exactly how you coach it from a defensive standpoint. You string the quarterback out to the outside, make him indecisive. By the time he makes a decision, the rest of the defense is coming in. Nice tackle for a loss.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Looking to scramble. And the senior making a disruptive impact play.
It just looked like the quarterback was holding on to the ball a bit too long that time, allowed the defense to be able to get the pressure, and they come up with a first sack of the game.
7th play now, the opening drive, but it's 3rd and long. Looking to pass. It's Sellers. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Tackle made at the 41. That's first down yardage.
That's exactly what you want to see here from this offense. A big third down conversion. Offensive line did their job, giving a quarterback enough time. Great read, good execution, throws the ball accurately. Now you got some momentum going here on this opening drive.
The sure hands. It's Barber. They bring him down, but not before he gets inside the 30-yard line.
Quarterback sees that this defense is dropping way back in zone coverage, so he does the right thing. Gets it underneath to that drag route and picks up a first down.
And the Gamecocks lining up here on 1st and 10. He'll hand it off. And they'll stop him short with the line to gain.
The defensive coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Quick throw to his receiver. Caught over the middle. It's Barber. And they finally stop him down at the 5. Solid gain on that catch and run.
You know, each receiver brings something a little bit different to the table, Chris. To me, the outside receivers usually are a little bit longer, taller guys. You get those slot receivers in the inside, not only can they make the catch, but they have quickness to make plays after the catch. Great example of that right here.
Receiver in motion now. They'll try to run it in on 1st and goal. Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2.
Chris, down here inside the 10-yard line, these are tough yards to come by. Positive yards. Good push inside there by that offensive line.
Offense facing 2nd and goal. On the ground, trying to muscle it across the line. And the freshman brings him down quickly. The Gamecocks come to the line in the hurry-up. They'll try the option play here. Pitch to the back. He takes it in for the score. Touchdown, South Carolina.
Well, that is a textbook opening drive for this offense. Good job of blending the run with the pass. Had a little more success throwing the football, but when it became crunch time, they gave that ball to that running back, and he knows how to get the ball into the end zone.
PAT is good, so it's 7-0. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Returner decides to fair catch this. Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. Here comes a handoff. The tackle is made, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what that's about. Holding penalties can be the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it stalls this one. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. From the shotgun, handoff inside. And tackled there by the defense. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. Now it's second down here. Heading left after the handoff. Breaks loose at the 45. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Outstanding blocking on the left side of that offensive line. That's really what opened up this play. They did their job, and you can see the results. You burst open and get a big gain on the ground. If I were them, I'd keep going to that side and see how much more success they can have.
He's got it now inside the 15. They make the tackle, but the game moves the ball to the 28.
Well, they've had an entire week to try to find weaknesses in this defense and how to attack. And here in the opening drive, they're using the receiver in motion to get him the ball in space and give him those blockers out in front. Great job of designing the play and great execution here by this offense.
Forced out of bounds after a nice gain. The offense is knocking on the door with a 1st and goal.
I understand the concept of bringing the blitz, and you hope that it gets home. But if you don't, you leave your corner in man-to-man situation against this wide receiver. That is a tough ask for this corner, and he's going to lose that battle more often than not.
Defense will make the stop of what will probably be the final play of this opening quarter.
South Carolina 7, Alabama 0.
Crucial play here to begin the quarter as the offense sets up with a 2nd and goal. They'll try to power it in right up the middle. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Alabama.
That's an example right there of what vision and patience and ability can do for running back. He was on a mission to get into the end zone, and really, he made it look easy.
Automatic in the PAT. The PAT ties the game here in the 2nd quarter now. He'll return it from inside the 10-yard line. Gets it to the 25-yard line. That's where they'll start the drive.
South Carolina Gamecocks will take over 1st and 10.
And the Gamecocks offense is back out there on the field. The passing game was so effective in the last possession, right down for a touchdown. We'll see if the defense can make adjustments. Trying to extend the play. Short pass finds the tight end. And they've got him.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
They bring him down to the 45 and a solid gain to keep this drive going.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Well, they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
To throw, it's Sellers. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. And look at the speed there. They finally bring him down, but it's a nice gain.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
Running out of time in the pocket. And he cannot escape the defense with a sack.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on the quarterback there. That was a strong safety sneaking in. I don't think the quarterback saw him, and eventually he comes home with a sack.
This big guy's up front will have to regroup now. It's 2nd and 14. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. He's moving out of the pocket. And he'll be forced out of bounds right near the line of scrimmage.
Well, that is a clinic by this defense on this quarterback run. String him out to the sideline, nowhere for him to go. All he can do is step out of bounds for no gain.
Come up on 3rd down. Solid drive. Defense trying to get off the field here. Quarterback drops back. Doesn't hold on. Good hit by the DB. Now it brings up 4th down.
Boy, this is all about the defense here. Nice stop here on third down, but really it's about trying to get this offense behind the sticks. Once you get them behind the sticks, you can mix up your coverages, really affect the quarterback's eyes and disrupt the timing and the rhythm of what the offense is trying to do. Now we've got another big fourth down coming up.
So out comes the field goal team from a long way out. They are putting a whole lot of faith in this kicker. This one will be a 60-yard attempt. Can he get it there? The attempt is no good. He missed it. And that one's off target, and the game will remain tied.
It's a missed opportunity for some points here. The way they were moving the football, I thought maybe a touchdown, at the very least 3 points, but instead he shanks it.
Back to pass. It's Simpson. Makes a quick catch. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
Tackle is made at the 46-yard line. Second down.
Pass caught. Second down now. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
Chris, the defense dials up the blitz. They're unable to get into the backfield, giving the running back enough room. I'll tell you, the linebacker makes a great play just to come up with a tackle here.
Third down coming up after that running play. Try and muscle for the first down. Looks like Alabama will have the first down.
Well, sometimes it's just a backyard brawl, right? I mean, it's third down and short. You trust your back and the line to be able to pick up the first down, and he literally pushes with everything he has, throwing a haymaker there at the finish of that play to pick up the first down.
First down, looking to throw the ball. He's escaping the pocket now. The pass ball is incomplete on the scramble. That's good coverage. Offense getting set. Second down play here. And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on first down. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now third down coming up.
Kind of a fine line here, Chris, for me when it comes to throwing the screen pass. You don't want to throw it too early, obviously, and the defense reacts quickly and can snip it out. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late and potentially get sacked.
Oh, a sack. The senior on this defense making a big play.
Man, I love to see these big fellas get a chance to make a play. Usually it's the guys on the edge, linebackers, but here, the nose guard comes up with a sack.
And the returner is brought down. And the South Carolina offense is back out on the field. No doubt the last drive was deflating. They had to settle for a field goal attempt, but missed it. They'll try the right side on the toss. Only a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Second down here. Time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. That's the 2-minute warning now here in the first half. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. They'll run the option. He shreds the tackle. Stopped short of the marker after just a short gain.
Not exactly the outcome this offense was hoping for here on the option. I'll give them credit. They didn't lose anything, so it wasn't a negative play. But this kind of play's got to be able to hit big and get down the sidelines for big yards.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. They'll change the pre-snap look now. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Grab down the middle. It's Bennett. Brought down to the 23. Good enough for a first down.
It's an easy completion for the quarterback, finding his receiver just dragging underneath coverage.
The Gamecocks have 1st and 10 here. Dropping back, it's Sellers. Bringing pressure. He's brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's check out this call. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Empty set now, 5 wide. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Makes the catch. It's Carver. And he'll run out of bounds after picking up a few yards on the play.
Boy, they love going to this guy in the slot, don't they? What a mismatch inside. He reels in another one. This guy's automatic.
2nd down play coming up. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Using his legs on the scramble. And they bring him down after a solid gain, but it's still well short of the 1st down marker. The offense now facing a 3rd and long from the 26. Got to avoid a mistake here. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Looking for his big tight end. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
He's looking for that deep completion. I love the chunk play. I love the idea of being aggressive. They just come up empty.
The Gamecocks will have to punt this one away. He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. And he's going to head out of bounds, but not before picking up some good yardage on the return. Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. The last possession, they were forced to kick it away. Can they finally get things going this time? They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Ball carrier in space now. In a big game before he goes out of bounds, the offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
It's a strong run, keeps the drive going. 1st down now. And the back now goes in motion. Looking for some space. It's Miller. He'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Every now and then we see a really good run. We tend to focus on what other people did in order for that run to happen, what the offensive line did. Maybe the receivers are blocking good on the edge. Sometimes the running back is pretty good too. And on that play, he picked up a lot of yards and made that happen with good effort.
Solid gain puts him in good position for 2nd down and goal. Looking to score, they'll run it to the right side. Fights his way in for the score. Touchdown, tie.
Man, that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield, or he may go for a 3rd or a 4th later today.
So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. They'll return it from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen, but that's good coverage there.
South Carolina Gamecocks will take over 1st and 10.
One more play before they head to the locker room. Dropping back, it's Sellers. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. Receiver makes the grab. They finally make the stop after a big gain, but that'll wrap up the 1st half of play. Miller's going to wrap up the 1st half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
South Carolina 7.
And the Gamecocks will kick this away to start the 2nd half. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. opening play of the drive, he looks right for a completion.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Running past the 45. Finally marked out after a big game, but hold on. There's a penalty marker on the field. Let's check this out. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Getting set. Here's second down. A pop pass on the jet sweep. He's wrapped up nicely there by the freshman.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense that they better defend this style of play moving forward.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up fourth down now. Special teams on the field now. Here comes a punt. We're going to kick it away for the second time. With the return, it's Harbor. He's got some daylight turning on the speed. And he's going to finally head out of bounds. But you talk about flipping the field and setting up his offense in tremendous field position. And the Gamecocks offense is back out there on the field. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. Pressure is coming. Just trying to get rid of it. Throws the ball away, but not before taking a hit.
Chris, this offensive coordinator is going to have to adjust. We've seen hits and sacks and pressure on this quarterback all game long. They've got to find a solution to create more time for the quarterback to be able to throw the football, or maybe completely overhaul and change what they're doing on offense.
Caught over the middle. It's Haynes. Makes the first down, but pays a price. Big hit there at the end.
Well, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. Forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
To the air, it's Sellers. Looking to scramble now. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And they'll set up for the PAT. The PAT is up and good, so we're tied up here in the third quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. This group is coming off a quick 3 and out. Can they put something together in this drive? Picks up 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. Look out, he's got some space. That's a potential game changer, the pick and the big return.
He didn't really seem to feel like he had anybody open and just puts it up in the air, and the defense says, thank you, we'll take it.
The South Carolina offense is back out on the field. And they set up with the best possible field position. First down and goal. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Quarterback escapes the pocket. Nowhere to go. The ball knocked loose. Now the defense has got it going the other way. Oh, and a chance at a big man touchdown if he doesn't run out of oxygen. The 20. At the 10 now. And they'll finally bring him down after a huge return. The defense doesn't just get the takeaway. They set the offense up in great field position.
Oh, my gosh, Chris, what a wasted possession. In the second half of a tie game, you got the ball in the red zone. You're going in to score and take the lead, and you put the ball on the ground. And just like that, you flip the momentum to your opponent.
The Tide offense line up here on first and goal. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Trying to create outside the pocket now. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Bama. They'll take the lead in the second half.
That is great job here by this offense, taking advantage of a big opportunity provided to them by their own defense after that turnover. And why wait? They get aggressive, make the throw, and it pays off for a touchdown.
And knock through the extra point. The lead is 7, 21-14. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. Bringing it out, it's Barber. Tackled at the 13. Now great field position to start the drive.
And the Gamecocks will take over first and 10.
And the Gamecocks offense is back out there on the field. That fumble in the last possession set up a touchdown. Can they bounce back from that costly error here? Sophomore trying to make a play but put too much on the throw. Offense getting set. It's second down. Looking downfield. It's Sellers. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down.
I mean, this defense is having their way with this offensive line. That poor quarterback doesn't have a chance. Every time he drops back to throw, he's getting earholed. You better make some adjustments up front to give your poor quarterback a chance.
It's a fumble. It bounces past the sideline, out of bounds, and they avoid the turnover there.
Oh, my gosh, Chris. You can almost feel a collective sigh of relief coming from the offensive sideline as that ball rolled out of bounds. The offense catches a break. One more awkward bounce. That ball maybe stays in bounds, and the defense has a recovery.
The Gamecocks getting set on first and 10. Breaking free at the 35. And they keep the drive going. It's a first down to the 46.
Really nice run by the back, but I want to give credit to the offensive line there. They were able to pave the way for the first down.
And the Gamecocks pick up enough yardage for a fresh set of downs. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Down he goes, a sack.
As expected, this Alabama defense is laying the wood and living in the backfield of their opponent. Such upfield speed, it's dangerous.
That O-line has to regroup now. It's 2nd and 12. Looking to pass. It's Sellers. Finds his target. That's a big hit at the end, but they earn a fresh set of downs.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch. Gets the first down in the process.
You set it down to the offense. 1st and 10. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. The catch is made inside the 10. Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, South Carolina. Here's the point after attempt. He knocks through the PAT and ties the score here in the 3rd period. Now they get set to kick it away. He'll take the return and try to get some better field position. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16.
And the Alabama offense will take over. 1st and 10.
So here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. They punched it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop them this time. That's hot. It's Prentice.
Simple pitch and catch on the drag route. Quarterbacks love these routes because they're short throws, but those yards after the catch kind of pad your stats.
Here's the 2nd down play. And they'll use the ground game here. He'll earn the 1st down, but pay for it with a hard hit.
Was a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the 1st down.
1st down and 10 now. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Pulls it in. It's Williams. Tackle made at the 41. That's a nice gain. They're getting closer to the 50.
You know, Chris, you think about it, efficiency has always kind of been the description of a great Alabama quarterback. Man, think about the playmakers that they've had over the last few years at this position. Jalen, Tua, Bryce Young recently. Just a different level of quarterback play and really gives this offense an edge to it.
DB's looking to jam the receivers at the snap.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. And after 3, the game is tied.
Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a 1st down play. And the wideout goes in motion. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a 1st down. That's an important 1st down on that running play. And there's the handoff. Going to try to run inside, but nowhere to go.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
Important 2nd down play coming up. Play action fake. Looking to throw. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. Got him for a sack. A big play made by one of the senior leaders of this defense.
No, that's the one thing about a guy that always feels that he can rely on his legs. He's always trying to make a play, and this time he just wasn't able to get away from the defense, and that is a big loss for the offense.
Makes the throw across the middle of the field, and he's got it. And the stop is made, but not before a huge gain moves the ball to the 32. Alabama getting set for the 1st and 10 now. Linebacker shifting around now. Takes the ball and heads to the left side. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on 1st down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Secondary up now, trying to jam these receivers. The back's got it again. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. There's that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
They got him. It's a sack for the defense.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
And the punt team makes its way onto the field. Fair catch made at the 15-yard line. The South Carolina offense is back out on the field. The last possession was a passing game clinic. They moved it right down for a touchdown, and they keep it going. Grab down the middle. It's Haynes. And he's brought down after a big first down gain. It's second and short. Maybe an opportunity, Kirk, to take a shot here.
Chris, that's a great example of his arm strength. He just fired the ball in there much quicker than the defense could even react.
Come to the line for second down and very short now. The quarterback's got it on the option. That's a solid gain there. He keeps it and picks up the first down himself.
Man, is he pretty to watch run this option. He is so dangerous with the threat to run or to throw. This time he keeps it himself, and you can see how much ground he eats up with that kind of speed.
First and 10 play coming up. To the air, it's Sellers. And the receiver snags it. It's complete. Take it down, but not before he makes the first down.
Chris, how about the offensive balance these last couple of plays we're seeing from these guys? Not only are they balanced, but the explosiveness. A big run followed up by a big play through the air, and puts a lot of pressure on this defense.
How aggressive will they be on this first down play? And that's the 2-minute warning as the clock stops. Give both coaches a chance to strategize here before the time runs out. The offense goes 5 wide, empty backfield. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. They bring him down, but that gain moves the ball all the way to the 31. First down here for this offense. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Ball handed off. It's a 2-yard gain. Second and 8 coming up. Timeout called by the defense, their first of the half, as they try to make some adjustments here.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Scanning the field, it's Sellers. Receiver makes the catch, and he breaks the tackle on the way to a solid gain there.
This quarterback right now is throwing in sync. That's 3 throws on this drive to start things off. 3 completions and a nice gain there.
So now it's 3rd and short from the 23. Potential 4-down territory. Let's see what the 3rd down call is. Looking to pick up the 1st down through the air. Grab near the sticks. It's Haynes. Touchdown, Gamecocks. They go in front in the final minute of play.
Chris, I thought we might be headed to overtime here, but this offense cannot be denied. Outstanding execution, and they take the lead. Now it's all about, can their defense hold on to see if they can get this win.
They'll try to add the lead now with the PAT. PAT is up and good. They lead by a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. So after the late score, they'll kick it off and hope the defense can hold up, preserve this lead. And the fair catch signaled for and taken. Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. And it comes down to this. They need a touchdown. They've got some time to work with. How aggressive will they be? Running back has it on a screen now. And bring him down, but the back able to pick up some decent yardage in that screen.
You know, it's a nice completion, but it's kind of another short game. The defense is keeping everything in front. I think the offensive coordinator's got to find a way to take...
And he lofts it toward the left sideline. That deep shot is caught for a big gain. Heads out of bounds after running for the 1st down to keep this scoring threat alive. Serious pressure now for the defense. Hold on a second. The replay official has signaled that he wants to have another look at this play. Looks like they got the ruling on the field right the first time. They confirm it with the review. 1st and 10 now for the offense. Dropping back, it's Simpson. And he's going to launch it deep again. And the pass is dropped incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball.
Well, they don't connect here, but this is what you have to do. It's late in the game. You need points. You're behind. You got to take some shots. I'd go right back to it, try to find a matchup, and go to one of your receivers that can make a play for you.
He's back to throw again on 2nd and 10. And it's caught. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
Alabama. Number 2. Catch in the end zone.
And now they go for 2 in the possible win, and here comes the crowd noise. The offense will spend a timeout here. 25 seconds on the clock.
Timeout, Alabama.
And now the crucial try for the extra point. And that PAT gives us a tie ball game here in the final quarter.
That is tie the game at 28 all.
Getting set to kick the ball off now. Return here from inside the 15-yard line. And he'll be tackled after a solid effort on that return. And the Gamecocks offense is back out there on the field. This one's tricky in a tie game. How aggressive do you get? Risk a turnover. You've got some work to do just to get into field goal range. Can't get it away. The defense has got him. What a huge stop at this stage of the game. The offense spends a timeout here. There are 16 seconds remaining. And the defense calls time to stop the clock with just 16 seconds left.
Alabama.
The offensive line will have to regroup after the sack. It's 2nd and 13. To throw, it's Sellers. Quick throw, catch made on the out route. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
Offense looking to convert on 3rd and short from the 42. Can they make the yardage or face a tricky 4th down decision? Going to try to use his legs here. He's found some room with the 45. And they make the tackle, but that's a huge chunk play on the scramble. He saw an opening and just went for it. Now a timeout is taken with just 5 seconds remaining. The Gamecocks with 1st and 10 here. Keeping it on the ground here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And a timeout is taken, just 2 seconds left on the clock. And they will trot out the field goal team here. Ball spotted at the 32, so a chance to win the game from 49 yards out. Long enough and good. A walk-off game winner. Wow. And that puts them back on top. Well, you love to see a game, Kirk, come down to the final possession. Because who's going to have the football last? And they were able to make plays and come out with a win.
Yeah, not only the final minutes, but the final drive. And that entire unit looked calm, cool, and collected. It was well called by their offensive coordinator, and this defense just couldn't stop them when they needed to.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. From Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.